We are 10 meetings into the new season, and what a great opportunity to talk to you about the 2025 Shootout, the annual race for the Silver Roof. Who better to join me than the man behind the new and improved format, Mr. Paul Hines. Hello, Paul.
How are we doing? You okay?
Yeah, really good, really good. Very much enjoying season 2025.
This is nice.
And this is
Northampton
nice.
hospitality.
I know.
It's posh.
It is very posh. Who knew this was here?
I thought it was at Silverstone for a second. It's great. It's really good.
So we're going to talk about a shootout.
Yes.
So last year, we saw a big shake-up on how the championship was run.
Yes.
You and I and a few others spoke prior. We thought it was going to be good, but I think it's exceeded our expectations.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it would go well. I thought it would go well, but the feedback we had was fantastic and it was brilliant. It was great to see the sport pull together and enjoy it and enjoy everything it was. And we can all have opinions about it, but ultimately the crowds for all the meetings, but certainly the last few and certainly the last Bradford, oh wow. Yeah. I was dead nervous about that day, but when I saw the crowd, that was it. Happy days. That was brilliant. And the drivers embraced it, the fans embraced it, the promoters embraced it. It worked.
Yeah, it absolutely did. I think there were lots of elements to the shootout that kind of seemingly came together quite nicely to make it work and for that to happen, as you've described.
Yeah, we had this vision, we had these ideas, and there's loads of things I wanted to do. I wanted to do a live draw, which I really enjoyed, and we're going to do that again this year. More to come. The wall charts and the posters and the driver signings I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the group stages. I enjoyed the live updates. I could see people on their phones after each race and talking about it and the stories it created, and just the whole thing came together to work well. And I was dead chuffed for that.
Yeah, live draw at Bradford. We've never kind of really done anything live. The views for that were off the charts.
Yeah,
it was massive.
Yeah, we had 100,000, just under 100,000 views.
Yeah,
just for a bunch of drivers in a room picking balls out of it, picking cars out of a thing. I mean, crazy, really.
Yeah, absolutely. You referenced the success of the shootout and kind of the elements that made it as such. But one of the ones was the stories that it created, and I don't think we could have, ever foreseen the number of stories from the get-go that happened in the shootout last year.
Yeah, no, sadly, I rewatched our video that we did, our intro video, and I mentioned quite a lot about stories, that the opportunity for stories, the opportunity for things to happen, and it did. Yeah. And I remember here at Northampton, Jack France and Matt Newson, wow, it just went off the chart, didn't it? They were at each other, and it was exciting. It was exciting. And then furthermore, Dave Polly, what a celebrity he became out of it all. He was fantastic. And again, we got that personality, the personal views of things. Joe Booth, absolutely superb. And then in the end, obviously, Matt and Frank, Tom and Frank and everybody, in fairness to Frank, and Tom going on to win it. And he won it. Absolutely deserved so. He had to work for it. It wasn't a given, Lee Ferrers, Frankie Wayman, Dave Polly, all kept him honest till the end. And that's what it was about. And it'll be the same again this year.
It was the race for the Silver Roof, but there were so many kind of parts that played within it, and it was like you didn't expect Joe Booth to become this people's champion almost for like doing one car on two surfaces, which was brilliant, and people were really rooting for it.
Yeah, Yelly Tesla coming over from Holland to race, just fantastic. The stories were there, and it was great.
Yeah, absolutely. So 2024 was an absolute success, and we're kind of working hard behind the scenes. A few little tweaks to the championship just to really step it on again. The drivers embraced it. You've mentioned that, and part of that was due to, I think, the sponsorship that was available, to kind of almost recompense them for the efforts they were putting in, and that's kind of why we really sat here today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's key. It's key. That support and partnerships from people within the community was brilliant last year, and allowed us to really put extra into the shootout. Yeah. So we had a couple of packages available. Same again this year. We had the meeting partner, which is a fantastic opportunity for your business, charity, or just you yourself to be part of that meeting, that shootout meeting. Yeah. We've got a surprise track, for want of a better word, that we're very excited that we might be able to go to. News on that coming up later on. So again, a real good opportunity to be the meeting partner, to present the trophies, to have your name, business, charity in the programme, to be on all the social media things for that day, and there'll be more that we'll put on the screen in a moment, I believe. There's so much involved with that, and that's £850, which is, and everything we raise goes back to the drivers' funds to help them get out on track. Yeah. It's a commitment. It's not an easy championship to win by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure Tom Harris will tell you that. So it's good to be able to reward the drivers as best we can. And we did it last year in terms of start monies. Try to give them a little bit more to incentivise drivers to come. So, and the other package is the associate partner. That's £350. And that's, again, being part of what we do. Every penny we raise goes back to the drivers. That gets you on all our social media, outlets that we do, our subscription newsletter, which we've got just over 2,000 people now on that, and our social media stuff last year got so many views. We'll come into that in a bit, but that was really good exposure for your business or what you do, and a chance again to be part of the sport. And I've met so many people that just, how can I be a part of it? What can I do? How can I be involved? This is perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be an associate partner, get a T-shirt, be part of it, be on our. I loved it, the wall chart, be on our wall chart, have our sponsor previews that we do online. We did loads of them last year and they were really, really good feedback. So again, if you want to be a part of it, £350, no better way of doing it.
Brilliant. Okay, so there's 2 packages available. All the details are on screen in terms of what you will get end to end. And how do people apply? I'm watching this, I'm interested, what do I do?
Yeah, contact me. Contact me, contact Sophie, bscda@yahoo.com. Message me on Facebook, however is best for you. Text me, email me, whatever, however you can. We're keen to hear from you, keen to be a part of it. It was great last year, such good feedback, so many people back on board today. But the more people we get, the better this will be. Yeah. It was already pretty good last year,
absolutely.
So that's why we're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as Paul's described, huge opportunity to get involved, and it all goes back to the drivers, and you just step that championship again, another level, fingers crossed.
Yeah, and the drivers race for 2 reasons. The glory of the silver roof, that is the main reason why they race. But if there's a bit of prize money as well, all of a sudden sparks will fly, bumpers will go in, you know what I mean? People will be more determined. So last year it worked, we want the same again this year.
Yeah. So all benefits on screen, and you have referenced social media, and when we were kind of doing a bit of prep for this, I think both of us are blown away with the actual figures that's out there that we're kind of doing at the moment. It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, and credit to the guys behind the scenes, yourself, JC. I can't name everybody. There's so many people behind the scenes that have made what we do online so good. Some of the numbers we had 3 million Facebook views in a month. Crazy. That's crazy numbers for a sport our size. The number of subscribers we got on the newsletter, we went from, I don't know, 150. It wasn't many, to nearly 2,000 people subscribing to our newsletters each week, where we do the race reports and stuff like that. The driver videos that we did, people loved them. I mean, mainly for Dave Polly, I'm sure, but no, people loved it, and that's where the stories came out from. It was behind the scenes. You saw Matt and Frank on the track, you saw Jack and Matt on the track, you saw these things happen, and then afterwards you got a driver's eye view of what happened. It was, and the views we got from that were amazing, and all the sponsors were part of that. We made sure that was all incorporated to it, so it's good exposure. It's really good exposure for what you do. Yeah,
I think the YouTube views, the Facebook views are just monstrous. I'm blown away by it, and I think you're quite right. As a fan, you've kind of seen Frank and Tom, or Jack and Matt on track, and you go, well, what do they really think? And let's go, and we did that, and the drivers embraced it again, and they kind of got what we were doing and were fully on board.
They said more than I thought they would.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be a bit candid about it. They were like, no, he put me in, so he's going back in now. And it did. I thought, wow, it's great.
And we're going to do all that again this year. And absolutely, your sponsorship names are going to be included. Yeah. Okay, so we've covered off the sponsorship and kind of what we're looking for this year. And I suppose looking ahead a little bit, we're 10 meetings in. It's starting to look interesting. We've got a top 15 with lots of names we wouldn't necessarily anticipate being in there, and lots of names that want to be in it, that need to get a bit of a wriggle on to kind of get in that.
No, I mean, already you speak to drivers. I mean, it's a normal meeting at Northampton, and yet we've got enough for 2 heats. We've got Joe Booth, Jack France, Craig Finnegans just put an engine in to get here today. I don't think they'd be here if they weren't trying to get into that end bit shootout, you know what I mean? And now you've got Thomas Andrew, Jake Harry, drivers like that they're there, they're going to want to stay there, you know what I mean? And they know that these drivers are going to be breathing down their necks, you know what I mean? So I think by the time we get to the books and cut-off, you're going to have 24 drivers trying to fit into 15 places. It isn't going to work. People are going to miss out, and people are going to be disappointed to miss out. So I think there's a lot of people racing now to get through. It's going to be great. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to do 3 stages again, aren't we? And I think, and you alluded to this, stage 1, a potential mystery track may appear. Yeah. Which could throw a bit of a spanner in the works. I think it will. It's a track that, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah. But it hopefully happens. Hopefully there'll be news on that shortly. But that's going to be it's going to be in the last couple of meetings of the first shootout stage, so that's going to be entertaining. It's going to be great. So looking forward to that. I can't wait for that news to come out, because I think that will really ignite the shootout again. And already what we're going to do as well for the first one, slight tweak. The live draw is going to take place, but it's going to be on the day of the first round. So we're going to go to Bradford, we're going to pull them out the hat, and the cars are going to line up on the track in the group they're in. So we'll be able to see visually which drivers are in each group on the day, and then that day is the first round. So flags out, away we go. Can't wait.
We're very excited already, Paul.
I'm excited.
It's
I'm
only
excited.
May. It's only May, which is brilliant. Thank you so much for, I think, going through it. If you are interested, as Paul said, details have been on screen. Please get in touch from a sponsorship perspective. It's going to be a great championship once again.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Great.